What's up, everybody? I just got accepted to BlizzCon, which means there is some Diablo news coming down the pipe. And the first thing that we go look at... Oh, I need to turn off my autofocus. The first thing we need to go look at right here is, bam, right there. Give me a little point to the... Whatever, you know where I'm pointing. You know what I'm pointing at. Right there, we have got Diablo news. Sorry, I just want to configure this. Autofocus off. Done. That'll work better. Okay. We have got Diablo on the main events stage. The first thing that we are seeing coming down the pipe is some beautiful Diablo. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody. And like I said, they invited me to go to BlizzCon, or accepted my request for a media pass, which when they didn't have Diablo news, they said, nah, it's okay. So there's Diablo news. Diablo 2 streamer going. Let's talk some gossip. Some things that we know. One, we know that they have tweeted this, right? That's the Diablo account. There's some chat right there about multiple Diablo projects coming down the pipe, right? This is our first big release from Diablo right here. That's not a very...
I'd also like to let you know that the forges here at Blizzard are burning hot.
Here you go.
And we have multiple Diablo projects.
Multiple.
Some of them are going to take longer than others.
Some are going to take longer than others. But we have multiple Diablo projects in the works, right? This came out a little bit ago. This came out in August there. Since then, there's been the rumors of a Diablo Netflix series, which I think could be pretty cool. I think that could be pretty cool right there. She winks twice. Look at how many times she winks. That's right. We have obviously some rumors of D2 remastered maybe. And there's a why or why not there, right? Why would they not do it? Because it's a very long, tedious process, right? You can't just take Diablo and skin it over and be like, there you go. It's good now. The way it was written, and we talked with Max Schaefer about this. David Brevik has talked about this. The way that it was scripted and programmed, there's a lot of hard-coded stuff. It's 25 FPS. It's very set in stone. And so you can't update it just right on top. They would have to literally rebuild it, which I don't think is out of Blizzard's budget. I don't think it's out of Blizzard's, capacity to rewrite that game. You have everything. You just have to clone it over and rewrite it over there. And obviously there would just be a lot of testing and stuff to go with that. Impossible? No. We also did see some job postings, and this was a while back, for classic games, classic Diablo. There was one that I was even looking at it was like a project lead position. And it was like, if you have a big passion for Diablo, if you love the classic Diablo style games, if you played them a ton, if you have experience with all of this, we want you. And I was considering applying because I'm not sure there's many people that have more of a passion for Diablo 2 than I do. But yeah, that's a whole whatever thing. But that was a job posting. So you never know there, right? You never know. That's no, that's near here nor there. But there's some stuff that's hinting that, okay, there's some touch-ups on it, right? And we saw, obviously, StarCraft get remastered. I think there was some postings as well for, like, Warcraft, old Warcraft, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, whatever, getting remastered, something around there. So there was a look into the remastered scene. Now, what do we see comparing those two? StarCraft Remastered obviously still has Korea, right? Brood War is Korea's game, and they love it. They love it more than StarCraft 2, right? They are like all about StarCraft Brood War. So the remaster over there maybe makes more sense because that audience still very much exists, right? Whereas we don't really have that audience as much for Diablo 2, but there is an audience. Obviously, my stream, my YouTube, everybody that watches all of these things, there is an audience for Diablo 2. It's not quite as big as Brood War. And is that effort worth it? I don't know if that's worth it for them, right? So maybe a remaster, but once again, I mean, let's go back to no, wrong one. The schedule right here, which just says main stage Diablo. Right? That right there. Main stage, first spot of BlizzCon. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong one. There you go. First spot of BlizzCon on the main stage after the opening ceremony is Diablo What's Next. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. In my opinion, if you're going to go first spot Diablo, you're not going to come out with a remaster right there. You might talk about it in the second piece of it or whatever, but this isn't remaster news. This, to me, says big news. Unless it's the strategy of bad news first. But I don't think they'd want to hype it out, right? I just talked about this. I don't think they'd come out there. It's the main stage. BlizzCon's just kicking off. Everybody tunes in and they're like, we got big Diablo news for you. And everybody's like, what's the news? And they're like, we're going to put the druid in Diablo 3 now. No, that's not going to happen, in my opinion. They would sneak that in somewhere else. They're not doing that. They're coming out and they're saying, we got big news, and everybody goes, what's the news? And they're going to go, Diablo 4 is going to be released. I think it's called Diablo Universe, Diablo World, Diablo 2020. Something along those lines. I don't think it's Diablo 4. World of Sanctuary, that's actually kind of cool. Sanctuary. It could just be called Sanctuary. How sick would that be? Diablo Legacy? Whatever it is. Yeah, we can throw out names all the time. I think there's a new Diablo coming. I don't think you go first slot without a new Diablo. That's all I'm saying right there. I don't think it comes out. So that is the first Diablo talk, right? I don't think they're going to be doing something. What do I think a new Diablo would look like? I think a style for me that would work would be Assassin's Creed, would be God of War, would be Dark Souls, that sort of style, right? You have your hero, maybe you just get one kind of hero, and then you have all of the trees, and you can choose what tree you want to go up. So do you want to be a wizard or a mage or a sorceress, whatever they have for that class? You have that tree, you have your spell casting, and anybody can get into that tree. Just like anybody could get into the melee tree. You could become, I think they're going to have it more of that style where you just have your one hero and you pick kind of how you want to spread it, how you want to grow your character, and you play in that sort of environment. That would be my Diablo 4. That would be awesome. Basically PoE, not quite. PoE's, the skills come from the gems, and that's different, right? But I know what you're talking about with the PoE passive tree. But even there, you're starting in a specific spot. This would be more like the Scion, I guess, right? Where you start in the middle and you just kind of, how do you want to go? You choose whatever you want. Yeah. Scion's your only class. It would be kind of the thought there. So I think they could do something like that. I think they could copy something like PoE a little bit. PoE's obviously had great success. And they could do something very similar and just have that sort of style where they give a lot more crafting and, you know, weight. There's more weight for crafting. There's more weight for all of the different loot and all of that stuff, right? As opposed to, you know, and the end game content that PoE has. I think there's a lot of great stuff there. And I think they could go with that if they wanted to stick more in the ARPG, third person kind of view style that they've always had. But I don't know. I think it's personally going to be more like a Dark Souls style. And I think that would be absolutely awesome. So cool. Do we have faith in them to make this? I like to think that they've learned their lessons from Diablo 3. Which, once again, the first thing is you have to look at Diablo 3 and say, was it a success? It was a wild success. It has the world record for like fastest selling game to 1 million copies or something like that. I forget what the record is. It's one of the top selling games of all time. Successful for the business. Yes. Cool. Great. Overall, I think there's lessons learned in it though, right? Because I think they can still look at that and say, it sold well, but now we know there's a lot of, you know, wishy-washy feelings on it. Look at it where it is on Twitch, right? Let's go to the Twitch directory, browse. There's StarCraft 2. Keep scrolling. Maybe I missed it. Diablo. Oh, I missed it. There you go. Diablo 3. 1467 viewers. You know? So, like, it's way down that list. When you have games like Overwatch, you know, and all that stuff up here with big viewership. And even Path of Exile, you know, is rocking 7,400. Right? Like, it's not crazy popular. Its audience has dwindled down, all of that stuff. You know, so there's it just really has, I think there's lessons learned in it, and I think there's a way where they can make a game that's Diablo 4 that is extremely popular, you know, and is rocking 10,000 viewers all the time. And I think they know that. And I think that'd be great publicity and great way to grow the Diablo franchise and kind of bring it back a little bit, right? I think they know that, like, there's a little bit of trust issues with Diablo 3 and the Diablo brand right now. And I feel like they've learned it. Viewers, sorry, not streamers, yeah, viewers there. So, you know, I think they know that. So I have faith. I have faith that Blizzard has seen that and knows what's up and is going to build an awesome Diablo 4 and listen to what people have said about Diablo 3. So I think that's the news. I think Diablo 4 is the big news. Something like the Netflix thing, you know, obviously they had the D3 port over to the Switch, right? They may make a note about that. Diablo 2 remaster. I can see it going either way there. I can see it going either way. Is there enough value? Will there be enough monetary value in a D2 remaster? I don't know. But I feel like you have to have faith in Blizzard here. I really do. I really do. I think there's that. And I think the other thing to look at is what is the best thing that Blizzard does, right? Let's look at the positives here. Blizzard creates well-polished games. All of their games are beautiful, they're polished, they run smoothly. They might be a little cartoonish here and there, right? You can say, oh, they're too cartoony now, and thematically, I can understand that. But they are very, very solid in putting out a published game, especially in a world today where games are not polished at all, right? Everything comes out and it's alpha, beta, and it just stays like that the whole time. Is Fortnite in beta still? I don't even know, right? Like, everything is well done on their side, and I always, whenever I look at a Blizzard game, I always go, wow, it doesn't have those glitches and those issues that I really see so many games constantly having, right? Oh, my character's glitching through the wall and things like that. I mean, look at Diablo 2. It's a speedrun game that's like one of the only speedruns that doesn't have a glitch that you can like teleport to the end of the game or something. There's always, I feel like so many games nowadays have all of these issues that are just, it's just broken. But I mean, it's just how the game plays, right? Diablo 2 isn't like that. Or Blizzard games, I should say, aren't really like that from everything that I've seen. And, some people are going to comment, obviously, and say, lol, have you seen Hearthstone? Lol, so buggy. But for the most part, everything they put out is very polished, very beautiful. And so, that's something that I think is going to be really cool, right? That's something that I think they're going to put out a very cool looking game. I'm excited. I'm very hopeful. I would love a remaster in the meantime, because I think they'll come out and they'll say, Diablo 2 or Diablo 4 2020, right? They said we have projects, some take some time. Diablo 2 or 4 coming out 2020. In the meantime, Diablo 2 Remaster coming out spring 2019. That's something like that. That's my hope. They've got the in the meantime remaster toss out. I don't know. Out now. Released right now. Here's the remaster. And, obviously they take some time, so it might be like 2022, 2021, whatever. But, yeah. So that's the news we have there. And then we also have on the 3rd, on the Saturday, the last event, also on the main stage. 2 main stage events. Second one, Diablo World Q&A. Join the Diablo developers as they explore the world of Sanctuary. And then they answer questions. There's something weird about this sentence. Join the Diablo developers as they explore the world of Sanctuary. Then stay a while as they answer your questions. If there's not a new Diablo, what are we exploring the world of Sanctuary for? The world of Sanctuary is huge. Huge. Why are we exploring it? If there's not new content, we've already explored it all, right? Everything that has been released to us so far has already been explored. So why would we be exploring it? It's just the words that they use. Join us as we explore it, as they explore the world of Sanctuary. Are they going to explore it with us? Is that what's going to happen? Are we going to show up and they say, here is what the new world of Sanctuary or the rest of it looks like? We're going to have this area. We're going to have this zones. We're going to have this end game content. We're going to have these things here. And now we will answer your questions. It's just the description is too specific, in my opinion. It doesn't just say Diablo Q&A for, any releases or whatever. So something about this wording right here, I feel like really hints. Oh, I should do this real fast. There you go. Now you can see the wording better. And then stay a while and listen. I thought Cain died. Are we getting a resurrection of Cain? Or is this just a throwback? Who knows, man? Who knows? Jared Cain, Cain's son. Jared. Oh, man. In Overwatch, there's an Easter egg that says he didn't die. Really? Overwatch, Cain lives. Let's see. Easter egg on map Route 66 where a paper in the wall contains a barcode that when scanned gives the Cain lives message. Well, that doesn't seem like a small Easter egg. That seems pretty big to me. That seems pretty big to me. Wow. Look at that. This is what happens when you scan it. The barcode. It says Cain lives. Then stay a while and listen as the team answers your questions. I feel like they're telling us stuff here, right? Does anybody else feel like they're telling us things right now? Stay a while and listen as they explore the world of Sanctuary. Diablo World. That's the new game name. Diablo World. I'm calling it now. The newest Diablo is called Diablo World. And they are going to explore it with us here. And Cain is going to be alive. Boom. My predictions. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I do know that. Oh, man. Or it's called Diablo Sanctuary. That would also be really cool. I think it should just be called Sanctuary, but they might want to put Diablo in there for name recognition. Oh, man. So, that's my Diablo gossip. That is mine. I know I haven't had a Diablo gossip session, but like I said, we just got accepted to BlizzCon. There's Diablo news. The hype train is on. We got, 3 weeks, 4 weeks and counting? I cannot wait. Sanctuary is already a game? Dang. All right. See ya, YouTube.